not to like compound on tear moments, is there ever like a moment where you were working with a student where you were like, oh my God, I am that teacher for this student right now?
Yeah.
Like, do those moments like happen for you regularly, or is there just like, cool, if you want to, you could just say yes and be like, the answer is yes.
They happen. Yes, they happen. And not like necessarily in specific moments, although there are some, but I feel like after our very first summer, just like at the cast party maybe even, or just hearing seeing how they were behaving together. There was just like so much love between this little cast of 18 kids that just mostly met each other, I don't even remember how many weeks we rehearsed for. 4 to 6 weeks maybe. Yeah. And the age range back then was 8 to 18, and we literally had, maybe up to 16 at that point.
I think we are. Yeah.
But they're like giving each other piggyback rides. They're just. It was so clear that same family, community, beautiful feeling that we had growing up was like had already been created just in a quick summer. And us realizing like we were the ones in charge of it happening, we were like, we did this, we put on this little show, and hearing some of them, we did some little testimonials or something at the end, and hearing what some of them said about their experience and about us, it was just clear that okay, they're having those same feelings, and we are that Eddie to them. It was just
That's
really
so cool.
amazing. I remember being really surprised that it could happen so quickly.
Right.
Yeah, it really seems like the focus is really on creating opportunity and like letting your ensemble facilitate, because like we've seen it happen time and time again. Like those kids just like come together in ways that you could have never spurred them to be. It just naturally occurs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And if you just allow, you have that space created, that safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They do love to compliment each other. We have truly some of the most like empathetic, lovely children I've ever met.
I know.
It's kind of magical.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. So wait, what was the question?
We were talking about like when did you realize you were like that
it's
teacher?
like,
No, it's okay.
Everything keeps referring back to chorus line,
Yeah.
which is great because what does I Can Do That come from?
Well, it's a chorus line.
This
was actually somebody's question.
So, yeah.
When somebody in Something Rotten for their like question they asked, they were like, so what does ICDT stand for? And
oh my
gosh. Like, well, we're going to sing it so many times, don't you worry.
Right,
You're going to know it by the end.
I love it.
I Can Do That, in case anybody was curious.
New to the program.
But yeah, just like about
like as a parent, or as a parent. But yeah, it feels like that sometimes. There are personal moments, where they had a rough day or they had a rough experience, and whether you go into what it is or not, like the content of it, just being the person or one of the people that they can go to and be like held if they want to be held, and have a hug, and take the time to sit down and like really give them your full attention. That I remember that so much from being a kid, like needing that from an adult, to not be looked at as a child, but taken seriously for whatever I was thinking, whatever I was feeling. And I think we're good at that, at like dropping in with them, really. And another thing, like we need a part of everybody who's a part of our team to like care that much to do that, but then also in terms of like teaching stuff, like we kind of talked about it before, which is like I'll watch them rehearsing and then I'll be like, they have no idea what they're saying. They don't know what that's in reference to. Like, how could they? And so like explaining something and having them be like, oh, like I thought it meant something totally different. And I'm like, that's stuff that I wish that we had in some ways, but like it gives you this depth of understanding the character or the scene or whatever it is. And like, you need that. So I like those aha moments, but also like I didn't pick up choreography well. I would get it, but like, you would pick it up super quickly and I would like have to keep working on it just to get it in my head. And so I had all these tricks for myself to remember what the moves were. And so I do it with the kids often. Like one of the first ones, I don't know, it was probably I don't know if maybe our second show or something. Pippin for sure. Maybe it was in Pippin. But like they have this moment where they like put their hand up and then they like bring
Oh,
it
yeah.
down, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, if you do it like that, like it doesn't have the energy. I want it to be like, you know, full everything. And when it's coming down, it has energy too. And so I'm like, it's like you're putting your hand up on the shower and you're like squeeze all the way down, and then that would stick and they'd say it, you know. It
Yeah.
was just cool to like, and
the
they'd
middle of
remember, and
Morning
you'd
Glow.
see in Morning Glow. I know.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was Pippin. But then you really see it on stage that like it's now in their bodies, and they
Yeah.
have this funny association with it, and like that sticks with you, and that's just like a fun part of it.
Well, again, like you said earlier, like making it a fun thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
yes, obviously, like theater cannot be thrilling all the time, like the
Yeah.
most fun choice to make, especially like dramatic work. But like,
Yeah.
if you can find a way to still make it playful,
Enjoyable, yeah.
and then you're like, at least the act of play is enjoyable, and now
Right.
now that opens up a whole other world of
Yeah.
like tactics and variety and the actor
Yeah.
toolbox and blah blah blah, all the things they tell you in college. So